Okay, hello everyone. How are you? It's Kay. So this is the 3rd of September 2022 on Saturday today. So how are you everyone? Having a great weekend today? I hope. Okay, so let's start the live stream today. So today's topic is about my performance review in the month of August. Since this is the end of actually the beginning of the September, every month and in my YouTube channel, I review my own trades and also my performance every month. So today I will cover the month of August trades of mine. So let me see. Oh yeah, can you hear me? And can you see me? I hope everything is good here. All right, so let me switch screen and start a live stream. So big disclaimer, this is only for the educational purposes only. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. Also, please be careful for the spams outside. Okay, good to see you. All right, let me see who's here. Hello, Win. Thank you for joining. TSM, good to see you too. And Kevin and some cheesy name, good to see you too. That's an interesting name. All right, Oscar and Richard, Lady Crypto, good to see you too. All right, Movie Hero and Homan, Yogi and Vinod, good to see you too. All right, Manuel and Dor, good to see you. All right, thank you so much for joining everyone today. Yeah, and thank you so much for your support also, as always, in my YouTube channel and what I'm doing in my channel. Without your support, I won't be able to do this every day. So I really appreciate your support continuously. All right, John Hera and Danish, good to see you. All right, and Muhammad, also good to see you too. Okay, so today is about my trade review and performance review in the month of August. So let me first share my trades and performance in August. And I will also tell you what I learned and what I will be doing based on my performance in the month of August. So let me get this here. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Okay, so here is my performance in the month of August. So in the month of August, I haven't been profitable. There are multiple reasons and I will cover one by one. So, but first of all, I took 8 trades. I took 8 trades this month. And I had few winners, but the rest of the trades were losses and break-evens. And I ended with almost break-even. So I took 8 trades. And the first one I took was the USDJPY. I took this one on the 1st of August. And then I sold it at 9:58 AM UTC. And I exited with 0.31% drawdown times 2. So let me first review these trades overall and also share my impression to the community. Okay, so I already made some comments about what I learned and what I will be doing based on this performance. So together with that, let me share my trades. Okay, so first one I took was the USDJPY, as I mentioned earlier, and it was up here. Hold on. It was up here, USDJPY. I took this trade. It was downtrending. The Kumo was down. This is 4 hour, and lower right is 1 hour, and I took the trade in the 5 minute. So 4 hour was down, Kumo was down, Kijun Sen down. As per my KTS strategy, I was following the 4 hour downtrend. And 1 hour was also showing down. When I took the screenshot, it was already flat 1 hour, but when I was seeing the chart, it was down. So Kijun-sen was down, Kumo was also down, and Tenkan-sen is above the candles, which is showing strong downtrend. Also, Chikou span below candles also in 1 hour. So this is the confirmation stage. If you follow my YouTube channel, you know how I take trades and how I screen charts. If you haven't seen that yet, please check the website on the below description, and you can find my step-by-step strategy. So 4 hours down, 1 hour down by Ichimoku confirmations, and I take trades in a 5 minute. In a 5 minute, I found multiple confirmations. There was first stochastics dead cross was happening, and also band walking was happening, and the support level, the previous supports were broken bearish, and there was also a resistance by the previous supports, and the market was going down. That was I thought good timing to sell. I waited for the breakout of the support in the 5 and then enter the trade. And then what happened afterwards was that it went back like this. The market, so I took the sell here on this candlestick, and the market went up against the major direction. And my stop loss was here, 47 pips above, and I exited over here. So the middle blue line, 132.29. This was the 50%. This was a 50% to stop loss. And before the price hit the 50% stop loss, I exited already. So when it comes to exit, I do in a scalping way like this way. I don't keep holding the losses, but I cut the position quickly so that I don't lose big to prepare for the next, big winners. So I exited this way, and afterwards the market went up to the stop loss. It went to actually the resistances. So in that sense, it was the right timing to exit. If I kept holding the sell positions until the stop loss, I would be losing 2% of my account. So it was an early exit timing, and that was a good decision for this trade. And the next one I took the trade was, hold on, let me check. The next one I took was the Swiss franc JPY, pound Swiss franc. I took the trade on the 12th of August at 10:30 a.m. UTC. I took the sell and I won, but that was a small profit. So let me show you how I entered the trade and took that profit. So here is the pound Swiss franc on the August 12th on Friday. So the market was downtrending. Kumo was looking nice in a daily chart. So this is the daily time frame. Below here was 1 hour, and 1 hour Kumo was a bit small. You see, as compared to the daily Kumo, 1 hour Kumo was looking a bit small. So I took this trade because it broke the support of the daily chart nicely. So I was saying that this downtrend is strong. Also in the 5 minute, this is in the 5 minute, I was seeing some nice reversed and waves consecutive. So now I was expecting that the market goes down continuously this way. So I took the trade here. And then afterwards, the market went towards my direction. This is a screenshot of MT5. I take trades on the MT5. So I took that screenshot, I sold it here. And initially, the market went up, but I kept holding. And then gradually it went down this way. It broke the support in the 5 minute. This was a daily support. And 5 minute support level has been broken. So this was a screenshot. The market went towards my direction. And then, okay, so this is a screenshot after a couple of hours after my entry. I wasn't still able to set the break even. stop loss was still above the positions. So this is a screenshot on mobile, MT5. I took sell here. And then I lowered the stop loss to here. And if I see the next reverse in wave, basically I was waiting for the next reverse in wave to set the break even to move the stop loss to below these positions after this reverse in wave, meaning the breakout of the 5-minute support. But it didn't happen. And before this reverse in the wave happens, there was a big news in the US. And that's why I exited manually on these two trades here. So this screenshot was taken right before I exited. So that was my trade here. And I got very few pips of profit on this. It was 8 pips of profit. That was pound Swiss franc. And then next one, I took the trade on the 18th of August on pound USD, which was this one. Okay, oh yeah, let me come back to your comments. All right, first let me review my trades so that you know how I take trades in entries and exits. So please bear with me. But next one is the pound USD. I took the trade on the 18th of August at 3:55 UTC PM. This was my entry. This screenshot was taken after I set the break even and started to try the profit. But here, I took the sell here and the market went down towards my direction. So I moved the stop losses to break even slightly below the positions. And then I was actually here. I saw the band squeeze and the market was ranging on the M5. So I moved one of the stop losses above the previous high in the 5 so that at least I can fix this profit if the market reverses. But since higher time frames were downtrending, even if it reverses, the market may go down continuously. So at least to take some profit, I moved one of the stop losses above the high. So I fixed the profit. This was a screenshot. And then what happened was that the market actually went down continuously. Well, actually, one of the stop losses were taken already. And the other one, I moved the stop loss here above the wick over here, while the higher time frame is still downtrending. So this is how I trial the profit. The market in the M5, the market gradually goes down this way as higher time frames are being downtrending. The market goes down this way, so I trial the stop loss. I trial the stop loss to move it to like this here and to here. So every time I come back to chart, roughly 3 to 4 hours, and when I see these N waves consecutive, this is how I move the stop losses and trial the profits along the way. And if the market goes back, I simply exit there. Usually that is the case. Sometimes I exit manually when the market was around here. If higher time frame becomes flat, I exit manually here. But if not, I simply let the market retrace and take profit at the stop loss. So because I value time efficiency more than the watching charts. So again, so this is how I set the stop loss above the previous high. So there were one previous high and 2 previous highs. So here I set the stop loss, and then I exited the market hit the stop loss and exited with 44 pips of profit. That was my trade on the pound USD. Okay, so the next one is the USDJPY on the 19th also. This was also tricky. This was also the tricky market on the USDJPY. And I will also talk about this one later part of this live stream, because this was also a big lesson from me. I took the buy because 4 hours was up and 1 hour was also up, and there were no resistances nearby, so that's why I took the buy here based on the M5. And then the market went down afterwards. All right. So again, I took the buy here, and I was expecting the market goes up continuously this way on the bullish wave, but it didn't happen. The market just went down all the way, so I exited here. This was my stop loss. This was my SL. This was my entry buy, and the market went down in the I wave. I wave retracement is very tricky. If it were reversing wave, then I would be exiting before that. But since it was simply I wave, I exited here. And I exited here because there was a pin bar here. There's a small body and long wick pointing down. And once that breakout has been, once the support has been broken, I exited manually here. So that was the USD-JPY trade. And that was the max drawdown for the month of August. I took that drawdown of 0.62% times 2, so it was more than 1.2% drawdown. That was my fourth trade, which I took on the 19th of August. And the rest of the trades were break-even: Pound CAD and Pound AUD and AUD JPY and USD JPY. I took these trades, but everything was ended with a break-even, so that was my ending result. But I have learned important lessons in the month of August. So let me share this, because this is important to keep surviving in the markets. So first of all, in Forex, usually the month of August, July, August, the markets tend to be tricky. That's first thing what I learned actually. I knew it already, but it has been a pattern for the last couple years. The year of 2021, 2020, I remember I wasn't doing so well in the month of August. Maybe not in 2020, but last year, 2021, I wasn't doing well in the month of August with my strategy, with my trend follow strategy. And this year too, July, July, I was visiting Japan and I was on vacation, so I only took few trades. And last year also, July 2021, I was busy in relocation to Dubai, so I wasn't really sit down and focus on trades. So basically, that's how I has experienced for the last 2 years in the July and August also. August, usually I'm busy, so yeah, I wasn't able to trade last year. But this year I was able to, but the ending result was a break-even, almost break-even, slight loss. It was 0.0008% drawdown was my performance. But one thing I learned was, so let's see, the August 2021, 2022 has been tricky. So I might have to find a better solution. Better solution means I might revise my strategy only for the months of July and August next year, and start apply that next year when the market still looking to be ranging or tricky next year. And how I do this is by analyzing how I lost on these losing trades and the break-even trades. So in terms of the patterns of the losses and the break-evens on the USD/JPY that I took on the 1st and also 19th of August. I exited both trades after I see the I wave against my direction on the M5. So in the rest of the pairs, didn't really show I wave. It was either N wave against my direction after my entry, or initially the market went down or up towards my direction, and then I set the break even and then exited with the break even. But USD/JPY was exception on my trades. So first of all, I will be careful from now on the USD/JPY. Let's say this month of September, even if I see some nice trends on the USD/JPY, I will be cautious, and I will take the USD/JPY as a low priority because it doesn't really fit my strategy anymore. That's one. Right? And also in terms of exit with the N wave, it was 0 because basically USD/JPY went backwards with I wave, and I had 4 break-even trades. That means let's say how many trades. So out of 8 trades, 4 of my trades went against my direction after I set the break-even. So that's what it means by break-even 4 trades. So with these patterns being analyzed, my win rate was only 25%. Again, on this spreadsheet, I also mentioned win rate was 25%, and I also count break-even trades as losses. So that's why win rate is only 24%, but out of, let's say, 10 trades, I won only, I only won, let's see, out of 8 trades, I took 8 trades, and I only won twice, and the rest were either break even or loss, and that's what it shows here. And so I wasn't able to make a big winner, more than 100 pips of winner. I wasn't able to, and that's another thing I noticed on August performance. So because I didn't have the big winners, I couldn't cover the losses along the way. So that was one thing also I found. And also analysis on my losing trades on the USD/JPY on the 1st and also 19th of August. Yeah, the 1st of August, it was okay because I was able to exit with a very small drawdown of 0.6%. But the problem is the one I took on the 19th. I had a drawdown of 1.2%. So I have to find a way to revise my exit timing on the USD/JPY and also next year, July and August, to be able to have better performance. So lessons learned. One is trends do not last longer than other month in the month of August. So every time the market breaks on the higher time frames, like the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame, they tend to reverse afterwards. So sometimes news can cause these breakout of the higher time frames, but soon it retraces backwards. I've seen these patterns a couple of times this month, the month of August. So it was a pattern. And also win rate of 25%, meaning market retraced back 73% of chance after my entries on M5. That was also the case for me. And then the 2 profits were not big enough to cover the losses. So I only won twice. out of 8 trades in the month of August, and they were not able to cover the losses. That was also the lessons learned in the month of August. Right, so the next plan is for me is to, since July and August are with short trends in lower time frames every year, I will backtest on the August 21 and 22 and find a better solution. So what this means is that tomorrow and also the month of September, I will run the tester, the Forex tester, and get the data of August 2021 and August 2022 and see how I can revise my strategy on these 2 months. And if I can find the valid strategy to trade, to be able to trade and make profits on these 2 months, then I will start to apply next year. That's one of my solutions. So because I know my strategy won't work every month. Last year also, I had some losing months of June. Yeah, in the month of June, I had the drawdown of -1% the whole month. So I know when the market ranges like this and when the market has some fake outs in the higher time frames, my strategy doesn't really work. So this is when I start to look back my own trades and also find a way to improve my own strategy and my own trades in the future, because markets are not always the same. So we have to be adaptive to these changing markets in the future. But you would only know the change in the market by taking trades every month and by looking back your performance. And when the performance is not really good, then don't change soon. You have to first analyze and see what was wrong with your strategy and how to improve your strategy and plans so that in the next month or next year you will continuously be profitable. So that's why my strategy changes over the years. I wasn't using Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, for example, on the lower time frames in the month of August. And also this year, I didn't use Ichimoku Kinko Hyo in lower time frame. Before, last year and 2 years back, I was using Ichimoku in the lower time frames, like the 5-minute or the 15. But now I don't use anymore because Ichimoku confirmations are becoming lagging in these markets recently. So I took out Ichimoku Kinko Hyo on the lower time frames. Before I was saying that Ichimoku works in the lower time frames, but now I don't. I say it doesn't work because of this reason. I've seen this change in the markets and change in the patterns in the markets and decide which one to keep using and which one I don't use. So in this way, we can keep improving your strategy and trades, and you can keep surviving in the changing markets in the future. So that's how I did also. And also another plan is what may have to be revised in July and August. Take profit timing and break-even timing might be revised. Also, entering time frame. So I usually take the M5, 5-minute time frame to enter trades recently, but next year in July and August, I might take the 15-minute time frame so that I can have wider stop loss, but still I make profit with this wide stop loss, and I might be changing the way I take profit, because again, out of 8 trades, I took 4 break-evens. So break-even timing is when, let's say the market goes down, I take a sell, and the market goes down furthermore, and so this was, let's say, stop loss. If the market goes down towards my direction furthermore, then I move the stop loss to break-even, like this. And then afterwards, I simply leave chart for 3 to 4 hours and then the market just comes back and hit break even. And I had this kind of trade 4 times in the month of August. So I have to change the way I take profit. So I have to still think how to change my take profit strategy. But instead of taking the TP, I might be seeing this. I will try to find a way to capture the retrace in an earlier timing. And if the market retraces back in earlier timing, I will be exiting. Yeah, so that way, instead of any of the break even, I can still make some profit here at least and continue to trade in this way so that these 4 break even trades can turn to the winning trades and I can be profitable in the months of, the end of the months in this way. So this is just an idea, but these things I learned in the month of August, and that's something I wanted to share with everyone today. But again, like this, my strategy, I changed my strategy as market behaviors change over time. Because I know my strategy works right now, but it may not work next month. And if it doesn't start to work next month, then that's a timing when you have to revise the strategy. But I don't change the whole thing. I don't change. Let's say I don't replace Ichimoku to other indicators, or I don't change the time frames for the screening charts and entries. So I don't change the whole thing, but I minor change like this. I minor change and revise my strategy so that I can be adaptive to these changing markets in the future. So these are the lessons for me in the month of August. Yeah. So definitely there are a couple of lessons on this month's performance. I think So let's say, so when trading is sometimes it's a luck, right? Sometimes it's a strategy. It's a mixture of luck and strategy. Like I was speaking with one of the GTS members today, was that let's say you're about to enter the trade. You're about to enter the trade, but something happened. Let's say your wife called you. Your wife called you and you're about to enter, but you didn't enter the trade and went to the living room and then come back to chart, and if you took that trade, you may end up with losing. This happens. And this is kind of luck, right? You have the strategy to enter the trade, and when you are there, you will be entering the trade and ending with the loss. But because of your wife calling, you didn't take the loss. So, and this happens, and the opposite will also be true. Like we have an appointment in the next 5 minutes, and you didn't take the trade, and after you come back, you see the market took off, and if you took that trade, you will be making the profits. So this happens also in trading. So it's all about the timings, and also some luck is also involved. But we can't trade just by luck, right? The strategies should be there to be able to consistent on what you do and to have some reasons of your entries and exits with your strategies. And that's why the rules are here. The rules are here to eliminate the emotions and to be able to trade logically and rationally and objectively. So and I have been experiencing these break-even months and losing months throughout my career for the last 9 years. After being profitable for the last 6 years also, I have been experiencing these losing months and break-even months. And every time I face these months, I take it as a lesson and this is an opportunity for me to see something new, to start to explore something new, and to perfect my strategies along the way. So, but for some people, right, it might be a pain if you lose for the whole month or 2 months, 3 months, it may be a pain. But yeah, we have to take what we take, and we just have to keep going in that way. Okay, so that's one of the lessons I think for everyone to be important. And you know, and also emotionally, you know, when we are winning trades, we don't really focus on the losses. We don't really focus on the bad days. Like what to focus, you know, when you are not doing well is actually more important than when you focus something when you are doing well. You know? So when you start to lose, when you have some break-even months, that is your chance to be better trader. And there must be some lessons in there. And that's the only way you continue to learn based on your own trades. So I track all my records in the spreadsheet, and this is like my Bible. I read books, and I read some, some books impresses me, but the biggest Bible for me is my own trades, because I cannot lie on these trades. These are the trades I took personally for myself. These are not trades from someone. These are not trades from backtesting. These are my trades last month of August. And I cannot lie on this. And that's why if you really face the fact that you're break-even or losing, then there must be some clues where to improve your trades. And you create a hypothesis of how to improve your trades and apply on the next month or next year and see how it works. If it works, then you keep using that strategy from then. But if it doesn't still work, then you reanalyze what was wrong on your trades and come up with some answers of how to revise the trades, how to revise the strategy, and then keep going. Yeah, at least for me, I have been doing this for the last 9 years of my full-time trading experience, and I will keep on doing this because I believe that this is the only way we keep surviving and we keep trading every year to make profits. Yeah, we can't just sit down and let the strategy trade for you. We have to always also think about what to do and what not to do, and how to revise, how to be better in our strategies. So in terms of confidence, so when you start to lose, when you start to have some break-even months, I was the one before. Like when I had these kind of months, like break-even months or losing months, I was discouraged. And I tend to lose confidence in myself and also in my strategy. And when I lose confidence, then it becomes a problem because I might get discouraged and I might lose motivation to see charts and take trades anymore. And I might be quitting a trades. But as long as I have confidence in myself, then I will be fine. I can keep trading. I can keep motivated. I will be keeping motivated to move on to the future.